Hello, you gorgeous donuts. Today we're going to be judging brutal am I overreacting posts on Reddit. And there's one specific post later on in this video that genuinely had me mind blown, so stay tuned for that. Am I overreacting? I caught my boyfriend taking a number 2 in his hand. Okay. I'm a 26-year-old female and I have a boyfriend who is a 36 male of 2 years who was in the bathroom at his apartment when I opened the door to grab my allergy meds. I didn't think to knock and figured he'd lock the door if he needed, but when I opened it, he was squatting on the floor while holding a wad of toilet paper directly under his ass. I screamed and ran out. This is so traumatizing. I would rather find him cheating on us than seeing this. I can't unsee this. 5 minutes later, he called me. There was no denying what I saw, so he came clean. Wasn't the only thing that was clean, apparently. And he says he does it to make less sound, as opposed to crapping directly into the bowl because he's shy and would be embarrassed if I heard him doing it. I'm freaked out still. Am I overreacting? I'm glad that he would be embarrassed if he made a noise whilst having a poop, if he's like poop landed in the water, but this is not embarrassing. If anything, this is 10 times worse, sir. Yeah, it's a little embarrassing when you poop, okay, and it makes a little bit of noise and you're like, right, especially if you're in a public toilet. Everyone knows that you're now taking a big dump. But the substitute for this isn't going on your hunkers and then just pooping into your hand. Why would you choose this? Just put some toilet paper in the bowl and like, I don't know, like take some of the impact away. I don't know what I'm saying here. I'm just trying to think of other options if you are shy having a poop. If you're a nervous pooper, I get it, sir. From the girlfriend's point of view who's wrote this, there's no way that she can see her boyfriend in this position with his hand below his butthole and then just move on from that, right? She has literally saw a dump leave that man's bottom. There's no one seeing that. This is a story that she will take to the grave with her. Well, you know, she's put it on Reddit, so I guess everyone else is now taking this to the grave with them. Thanks for nothing, love. Okay, let's be serious for a sec. Am I overreacting? I don't think you're overreacting. I don't know if it's a dumpable effects, as per. I don't know if I would break up with them over this. But it's like, I don't, like, every time, you know, he touches you, you know, like, just if he puts his hand on your thigh, you're gonna be like, oh, right, have you washed them? Have you put some Palmolive on those palms? I just don't know how you can kind of move forward with this. I would just ask him if he, you know, if it wasn't too much trouble for him just to go in the toilet from now on. I don't think that's a big ask. I think it's just a given for most people. He's like a dog, you know, like a dog poops onto the floor. He shouldn't be doing this, okay? He really shouldn't. Am I overreacting? I caught my wife's stepdad sniffing her underwear on the baby monitor. Oh, God. There's no rest with this subreddit, is there? We are currently living out of state and my wife flew home to surprise her mom. She took our 10-month-old son with her. She called me and told me to look at the baby monitor that automatically turns on when it senses movement. I looked at the video she was talking about and you can see her stepdad, who her mom married when my wife was 10, in her room, pick up a pair of her pants with the underwear in them. Don't want to read on. Hold them up to his nose and take 3 big sniffs that you can actually hear on the monitor and set them down. This was 1 hour ago. I am close to buying a plane ticket, flying there and beating his ass. What should I do? She is telling her mom right now. This is genuinely one of the wildest things that I've ever read in my life. I can't believe this is actually a real story from a real person. First off, I just want to kind of see this from your wife's point of view. Like, this is going to be such a shock to her because this man has been in her life since 10. Like, she's going to be reevaluating every single scenario with them. She's going to be thinking, wait, when I found him in my bedroom that time, when I thought he was like just cleaning up, was he actually doing something? She's going to be thinking, overthinking everything here. This is going to be such a life-altering moment for her. Also, how creepy is the stepdad, by the way? The fact he got caught on the baby monitor is genuinely horrifying. Like, that's something out of a horror film. I can't actually believe he's been caught out this way. It's like, how many times has he done it prior to this where he hasn't been caught out? Oh, we've got a little edit as well. My wife has convinced me not to beat his ass because of the legal troubles that could bring. Fair enough. Unfortunately, they are on the other side of the country and we don't have any money to buy a plane ticket at the moment for me to be there. My mother-in-law is deciding what she needs to do, but is leaning towards leaving him. Leaning? She should be 2 foot deep with a snorkel in that camp. She should be in the leave camp 100%. What do you mean leaning? The guy was sniffing your daughter's underwear, for Christ's sake, in secret. I mean, it does make a difference if it was in secret or not. Either way is kind of tragic. We have made it clear that we will love her no matter what, but we will not be near her husband ever again, especially with our children. I think that will convince her to leave him. Unfortunately, again, they recently adopted a 10-year-old girl who was a family friend of theirs. That adds another difficulty to the situation. Thank you everyone for your advice in this situation. We have not confronted the stepfather yet, but are planning to do so tonight. This is genuinely horrifying, the fact that they've adopted another girl. I don't know anything about this bloke, if he does it when they're young or he waits until they're adults, but this girl who has been adopted is clearly in a bit of a toxic environment now. Like, this is something that really needs to be solved. This is a really, really serious matter. I know it's easy for us to say to the mother-in-law, just like leave him, but if she loves him, which she clearly does, like she's adopted with him, that she clearly thinks that this is her like final partner in life, a forever partner, this is going to be so hard for her to hear, and she's almost not going to want to believe it. But I hope that she does leave him for everyone's sake, because this man is an absolute creep. The fact he took 3 big sniffs as well, right? Like, that's too much. 1's too much, but 3. Brother could smell a roast dinner on a Wednesday, man. I think you're making the right decision in distancing your children from this. This is no longer their grandparent, in my opinion. I would not let them anywhere near. You are not overreacting, okay? Am I overreacting? A girl posted a photo in my boyfriend's room. Oh, let's get into this one. Need your help confronting my soon-to-be ex. He was being sus one night, so I looked at the story on Instagram of the girl he randomly followed last week. Sometimes, you know, being a little toxic is the right way forward, girls. Okay, it's not even toxic, you know, if you've got a suspicion, go down that route. Follow that suspicion, because you're probably going to find something you need to find out. I opened and bam, there it is, the second picture. I knew immediately it was his room, but want a second opinion before confronting his cheating ass. Oh! God, you're on smoke. Here's the original photos of both, and yes, I get it, she's prettier than me. He can have her. What tells me it's his room, aside from lighting, is the way the 2 blinds touch. It took me a while to find out, but once I did, there's my evidence. Oh my God, so this is his bedroom. Is that his t-shirt as well? Got the Lakers shirt on. By the way, right, I don't know if this girl knows. If she does knows, this is super evil. Not only are they going behind, you know, this girl's back, but she's taking a mirror selfie and posting that publicly. Drag her ass. Poster, drag her ass. Okay, confront her, confront him first though, right? He's the main issue. He's the source of all these issues. Confront him and then tell her a selfie shit. This is genuinely so sad though, because like she's had this suspicion and this has clearly been playing on her mind for forever, and like this is going to impact her when she goes into, you know, our next relationships, because she's always going to be self-conscious if, you know, her boyfriend is acting sus, that they're going to be doing this again. Like people don't realize the impact like these sort of actions can have on their current partner leading into their future lives. It's honestly mental. I wish I could see you confronting him though. I want to see if he tries to like kind of worm his way out of it. There's no way he can. Like with photo evidence, you have got him just wrapped round your finger, love. Make sure that you take him to town. Okay, you're not overreacting, alright? Am I overreacting for getting upset with how my ex speaks to my 10-year-old daughter? It's not a good start. The FaceTime call that happened after this was way worse. Last time, I walked in the room and stuck up for them. I have 2 kids, and he started yelling and cussing at me, which made it even worse. Okay, we've got the messages here. Hey, what's up, baby girl? What's up? What's up? Not, hi, daddy? Wow. I was saying 'cause you said what's up. Sorry. You haven't called me in a long time. Want a call? Don't worry about it. Oh, okay. I want you to want to call me, Charlie. You have completely disconnected with me, and it's not working for me. You better figure it out, buddy. Okay, I'll call you after dinner. I have to eat now. Oh, you actual arsehole. This one actually angers us. This is the one that, like, really touches me emotions the most. The fact you're speaking to a 10-year-old like this. Why are you saying to a 10-year-old, I want you to want to call me Charlie? They're a child. They're in primary school. What do you mean? Like, if you want to have a connection with a 10-year-old child that is meant to be your son or daughter, you have to make all of the effort because you're the adult and they're the child. They shouldn't have to worry about that because they're 10. Using words like you have completely disconnected with me and it's not working for me. Like, how is a 10-year-old just can't process what you're saying to them? They just take this as like, oh, like they don't love us or they don't want to speak to us. That's how they take it. You take stuff a lot more at like surface level when you're that age. Especially the fact that this person is confusing the child as well. Like, they're saying, oh, you haven't called us. And then the child goes, do you want to call? And they say, no. It's like, what do you want from this child? Are you just trying to mess them up? I don't feel like you are overreacting. I would, like, block his number if he's going to talk to your child like this. Because a 10-year-old shouldn't have to, you know, like, have worries like this. The way he's speaking to her is if he's speaking to, like, you. Like, it's as if he's speaking to, like, an ex-girlfriend or something. This is just cruel. And I actually hate it. And the fact you've said the FaceTime call is 10 times worse. Like, what was he saying on the FaceTime call? Get this person away from your children, love! He's got a dirtier ass than the guy that poops into his hand. Am I overreacting? My 37 male is attracted to 18-year-olds. God. I'm a 28-year-old male, and I have a buddy who is 37, and he is always attracted in trying to talk to girls who are barely out of high school. I don't think I have ever seen him attracted to or interested in anyone his age. He feels they're old and unattractive. I bet this guy looks like Jason Momoa, does he? I tell him that an 18 to 19-year-old is too young for even me, and I'm almost a decade younger than him. He literally is old enough to be their dad, and am I overreacting, or is it super weird that he's almost exclusively attracted to girls who can't legally drink yet? Oh, mate, why are you friends with this creep? Creep with a capital C. This is really alarming, and it's really creepy, and it's really weird, and there's definitely like a power dynamic going on here. The fact that he's saying he's not attracted to people his own age, I guarantee this is because people who are actually his age, like, know how much of a, I don't want to say a loser because that's harsh, but kind of what I mean. This guy is probably not mature at his age to go for people who are also his age because people can see through him. So that's why he goes for younger people, because it's almost like the younger people look at him and be like, oh, he's got like it all together, when in reality he doesn't. Especially when you're 27 and you would never go for an 18-year-old. Like, surely you can see that you shouldn't be friends with this person because it's just weird. I've just realized as well, he's going for people that are below half his age. When he was 19, they were still in the womb, for Christ's sake. Even if it is legal by the law, like if he uses that, that is just no excuse, and you should make sure that everyone around this guy knows exactly what type of person this is. And if you ever see him in a nightclub or ever see him out and about with an 18 or 19-year-old, you need to check him on that and make sure that he just, you know, gets away from them. Obviously, this is a huge age gap, but even in school, like, I always used to think when people would have boyfriends that were outside of school when they were in school, I used to think the boys were dead creepy. Like, imagine you being like a 19-year-old lad and your girlfriend's 15, like you've got to wait for her to finish school. That's weird. Never mind 37 and 18. Christ. Imagine this was your dad. You'd be like, what you doing, man? On top of that, right, just taking away the creepiness, you two have nothing in common at all. There's nothing you can talk about. Like, I don't know why he's even interested in them. It's just gross. You are not overreacting. Get out of this situation, my friend, okay? Am I overreacting? I called the police after an Amazon driver left me this note. Oh no, is this going to be some sort of true crime thing? Okay, we'll look at the note first and then we'll read the context. Nothing. Oh jeez, the way that this is wrote, it's as if, like, it looks like the Joker's handwriting. Nothing has stopped me in my tracks, quite like the way your hair cushioning that pretty smile beneath your sparkling eyes. Oh, run, love! Run! Sell the house! Since that moment, I haven't forgotten your face. I loathe to just only get that off my chest and seek to do nothing of this again. That is, of course, if it's fine by you, the Amazon guy. And then has he put his number or his name and then his age, 29? Oh, God, this is really worrying. This is actually really worrying. And I can't imagine how you feel. Like, you know, you should feel that your house is where you should feel the safest. Like, you know, if you've got issues with your job, with, you know, other people, etc., friends, family, your home is your safe space. And this person has invaded your safe space and can invade it again if they really wanted to. They know your address, they know your name. This is an absolute abuse of power from them. I've had a couple of times where people who've delivered my parcels have took photos with us, and I've even thought a little bit uncomfortable with that, just people like knowing where I live. This is like that times 100. I've been married to my husband for over 10 years and we have 3 kids. He's a veteran working in private security and I'm a stay-at-home mum. There's quite a lot of information here, so I'll just summarise it. She basically says she has PTSD from childhood SA. She's going through therapy at the moment, and a lot of the time she opts to do contactless delivery so she doesn't have to kind of deal with a delivery driver, which is understandable. You know, she's just nervous around people. On the day I received this note, I was bringing in some Amazon packages when a folded note slipped out. On the outside, it had my initials on and the word discreet written on it. Inside was this handwritten message. Immediately, I checked our cameras and saw a blue Amazon van parked outside our house for about 10 minutes before the driver got out. Oh, he was definitely using that time to write it, which is even creepier. Like, he wrote it outside your house and you had no idea. He walked up to the door with his face uncovered, but when he got close to the camera, he turned his head away and pulled up his mask. He left the packages and the note, then walked back to his van, immediately pulling his mask down once his back was to the camera. So we started digging through older footage and found multiple clips of the same driver delivering packages over the past few weeks. In one video taken just days before the note was left, the driver looks directly at the camera, smirks, and gives a very deliberate wink. This guy's a serial killer. Genuinely, this guy's gonna end up on his own Netflix documentary. You need to move house. Just move house. Or let down his tyres. Something needs to be done here, love. I'm sure you can imagine that at this point, my husband was ready to disembowel someone. My nervous system was sounding the alarm bells. The police were contacted, but they said no laws were broken and there's really nothing they can do. What do you mean there's nothing you can do? Surely you can at least, like, give a verbal warning. There is something you can surely do. You can, like, contact this person or contact Amazon if you really wanted to, but you just can't really be asked to, really, can't you? However, the officer did call the number on the note and spoke to him. Okay, that's good. The message relayed to us was the driver apologised, claimed he didn't mean to scare me, and assured the officer it wouldn't happen again. The officer felt it was likely a misunderstanding and said the man seemed genuinely upset about the situation. Oh, well, if the man's upset, that's okay. It just seems like the police officer's just bothered about how the guy feels, not how the woman feels. Like, do you think this is gonna make this person who's wrote this feel any better about this situation? The guy literally hid his face, and then, like, a couple of weeks prior, he winked at the camera. This guy knows what he's doing. This isn't just a one-off thing. This guy knows that he is intimidating this person who is alone at home every single day. It's just the wording as well. If he really wanted to, you know, somehow be with you, I don't even think there's a good way to do this. Like, as a delivery driver, you just don't, because you're at work. But at least if it was face to face, then it's just the less creepiest. The fact he's wrote you a note, it's just, in the way he's worded, it's just insane. I feel no sympathy for this bloke whatsoever. This is just creepy, love. I hope that he stops, and I hope that he gets reassigned to a different kind of location and different kind of estate, because you deserve to feel safe in your own home. So you're not overreacting here. You're completely valid. Am I overreacting? Not staying the night at my new boyfriend's house with his pillow situation. What? Okay, I, 28 female, went over to my boyfriend's 25 male house for the first time. We've been dating a month, and I had somehow never noticed his pillow situation before. When I noticed, I made a comment about how long he's had the pillows, and apparently he's been using them since he was a kid. I've got a photo of the pillows that we will get onto. So I asked him if he had any other pillows, and he said he just had the pillow on the left of the first picture, but that his cat usually sleeps on it. I said I don't really want to sleep on those pillows, and I'd prefer to sleep at my own place with clean pillows. His response, he waited for a minute and then said he would be sad to see that I would choose something as small as pillows to come between us spending the night together, but that if I needed to go, he understood. I ended up going home and spending the night at my own house instead. I asked if I could bring my own pillows and gently suggested he get rid of his. He said it was totally fine for me to bring a pillow, but that he wouldn't get rid of his as they are sentimental. What? It's a pillow. Thoughts? I feel like I can't even kiss him or anything whilst we're sleeping because I don't want him to get his gross pillowness all over me and my clean pillows. Okay, let's have a look at the pillows. Oh, love. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I mean, it looks like they've been dragged through the Sahara Desert on a very warm day, an especially warm day in the Sahara. He's had these since he was a kid. I mean, where, man? Look around the sides. They're turning black. By the way, I think this pillow was originally white. It's getting darker and darker by the day. Surely you just throw them away. Or, right, if these pillows really are sentimental, like for some reason these are the only pillows you can get to sleep on, buy a pillowcase. Okay, so at least you're covering it. Or at least buy a pillowcase for one of them so your girlfriend can have it. This is a serious matter here, my friend. Also, is this not giving you spots? Surely, these have never been washed, for Christ's sake, man. This is what I imagine the first guy that squats when he poops on the floor. His butthole looks like just crust. And I actually think this is a dumpable offence, you know. Like, if you're only a month in, like, what else are you gonna find? This is the first time you go. I don't know what other horrors lay inside of this house. The fact nothing matches. Like, his bed sheets are blue, but his pillows are black and orange. And then he's got one white pillow. This just makes no sense. I just think this is pretty gross, love, if I'm really being honest with you. Really gross. It's sending me psoriasis into an absolute meltdown. Like, if I slept on this, genuinely, I would just be gone for a month. You would not see me recording for a month. My face would look like, do you know that villain in the first Captain America movie where he's just all red? That would be my face after lying on one of these. The fact that he won't, like, buy you another pillow as well, that kind of shows that, you know, he won't even do the little things to make you happy. So it's not just about the pillow, it's about everything around it. Like, is this guy, if he's not going to buy a pillow or swap his pillows just to make you more comfortable, then what else is he not going to do that's a lot deeper and harder than that? You know what I mean? Just be wary, love, is what I'm trying to say. You're not overreacting. Am I overreacting? I'm a 35-year-old female and my boyfriend is a 35-year-old male. He told me he wants me to keep up with my body because he is a high-value man. This guy automatically straight away is in love with Andrew Tate, I can tell. High-value man, what does it mean? I moved into my boyfriend's house 1 week ago and I have discovered a dark side of his personality. Oh no! He has been telling me what to wear, how to do my hair, not allowing to go out by myself and asking me to cut off my friends. Well, you know, you said dark side, love. Christ, almost as dark as them pillows. This is not a dark side. This is an evil side. This is not the man you knew a week ago. We have been together for 6 months and recently he said that I need to stop eating dinner because he thinks that he has the right to be picky when it comes to women since he is a high value man. Yeah, actually, I'm a high value man. So if I tell you to skip your dinner, you skip your dinner. He just makes decent money. He is not a millionaire. Nothing about my physique has changed since we started dating, so I don't understand why he is saying these things, knowing he has always called me sexy, beautiful, etc. I work and pay my own bills, but he has asked me to move into his apartment and live for free. I talked to my mother and she says that I need to leave him because he is a dangerous psychopath. I just need to hear other people's opinions. Do you know, love, if your mother is saying that your boyfriend is a dangerous psychopath, I don't think you need anyone else's opinion, if I'm being honest. Like, if your mom's like, you know what, I'm not too sure on him. He has some good points, but there is some bad points. A dangerous psychopath. That's where you just call it quits, love. You don't need my opinion on this, but I'll give you it anyway. Okay, we do have an update, but before we get onto the update, I want to just break this down. First off, like, he has no right to tell you to do any of these things. He has no right to tell you what to wear, how to do your hair. He has no right to tell you to cut off your friends. Like, even if this guy was a millionaire, like, you're saying he's not a high value man because he's not a millionaire. Even if he was, he has no right to tell you to do this. Even if he was a billionaire. Doesn't matter how much money this guy has, doesn't matter what his job is, how many followers he has no power over these things that you have said he has power over. You are your own woman and you stand on your own 2 feet and you don't need this man. It would be the exact same thing if a woman was doing it to a man, okay? You don't let anyone treat you like this. Also, anyone that calls themselves a high-value man is probably not a high-value man. Like, an actual high-value man doesn't need to tell you that he's a high-value man. He just shows you that he is. This just screams insecurity to me, and just, like, it seems like he might be insecure that other men might be looking at you, or, like, he might have been cheated on in the past, and he's bringing this kind of insecurity into this relationship. This is just a really insecure bloke, and your mom has summed it up where she said he's a dangerous psychopath. I think that's all you need to know. It's almost like because he's invited you to live with him and he's not charging you anything, he almost feels like he's got ownership over you, when in reality, like, that's just not how it works. Like, because then you're not going to feel like it's actually your apartment. You're going to feel like you're kind of in debt to him. That's how he's trying to make you feel. It's a very toxic environment. In my opinion, you need to leave this man. This man is not the right person for you. Update. Thank you everyone for the support. I have started looking for apartments and should be out within 2 weeks max. I am keeping this a secret and acting like I am happy with him to not raise suspicions. I was fooled by this man into thinking he will take care of me because he is more financially set, but this was a lure to have me trapped. I am strong and independent and will keep pushing forward. Oh! Slayed it. Absolute slay. Right, girl boss, slay queen, Brat Summer in full force. Come on. I'm glad that you've realised this. This is going to be a story that you're going to laugh about in a few years, being like, what would have been if, like, I didn't listen to the people around us. And I'm really happy that your mom has told you straight. You've got a really good mom here, and you need to keep her close and trust her opinion on people. We did a video on, like, how Andrew Tate is affecting, like, kids, and, like, related to this, you can see how men who are insecure, like, take from people like that, and then, you know, think that, like, they're proper men because of it, when in reality they're just little boys who are trying to, like, act like men and they're not high value men at all. It's just really fucking weird. Don't fall for this, okay? Am I overreacting? My girlfriend is an 18 female and she wants an open relationship. I don't know why I said I don't know if this is a thing that you want. Me and my girlfriend recently had an argument about opening our relationship, and at first it was a nice talk. We talked about the pros and cons, and then the tide shifted. We talked about how it would affect our life and what would happen if she got pregnant or if I got someone else pregnant. And then she told me she only wanted an open relationship with one other person, so that we would only see one other person each. And reluctantly I asked if she had someone in mind. Oh no. She told me she was thinking about someone, which made her ask the question. When I tried questioning her further, she shut me out. We went to bed that night a little distant. This is not going well, is it? The next morning, she asked if we could resume our previous conversation. I agreed, and then I brought up the fact that she never answered my question about who she had in mind. She told me it wasn't my business, and I left it at that. About 5 to 10 minutes later, she told me the person she had in mind was her ex-boyfriend. Oh, no. We need to keep this relationship closed. I kicked her out after she told me she was tired of hiding the fact that she already was seeing him. She's now pissed. My mom told me it was the right thing to do, but I feel like I should have talked it out. Did I overreact? Okay, this one is a very difficult one, but also a very easy one. I don't think that your girlfriend wants an open relationship. I think she just wants to shag her ex, but she doesn't want to be with her ex. Like, that is clearly her ex for a reason. It didn't work out, but she wants certain elements of her ex, but she also wants you. She kind of wants the best of both. However, you can't have the best of both, love. This is not Hovis 50-50. You don't get the white bread and the brown bread. The brown bread, the brown bread. Got us mixing me words, this. I don't think she's considering this from your point of view. Like, she doesn't understand how this is going to make you feel. If it was just, like, a random person that both of you didn't know, I think you probably would have been a little bit more up for it. But it's the fact that she's had an emotional connection with this person. Like, you're constantly going to be overthinking it when they're together, and then if they're spending more time together, you're going to feel left out. I just think it makes it so much more difficult when she's had a previous relationship with the person. If you're comfortable enough and you feel secure enough for this to happen, then by all means go for it. But I just would kind of, you know, have it in your mind that this could happen if you do go for it. However, one thing that is really alarming is the fact that she said that she's already been seeing him. So basically she's been cheated. Like, realistically, she's been cheating. She might not have been sleeping with him, but she's been seeing him behind your back. That is a complete break of trust. And in my opinion, that's enough to kind of just break up with that over, in my opinion. You know what you need to do? I'm working this out on the spot. Put your foot down. Be like, look, love, go back to your ex, okay? I'm gonna go over here and we're gonna have nothing to do with each other anymore because we're breaking up. It's almost like instead of asking for permission, she's done the deed and then asked for forgiveness. I hate this. The more I've read it, I hate it. I hate it. You are not overreacting. You did very well. Am I overreacting? My boyfriend, 19 male, writes fake posts including sensitive topics on Reddit. Oh, this one's not as serious, but it is a little bit like, it's a little bit sad. We've been together for 2 years, and yesterday I grabbed his phone to take pics when a Reddit notification popped up. I checked it and found he posted a story nearing 1 million views. It wasn't just some dramatic dating or friendship post, it involved abuse and SA. Okay, maybe this is a little bit of a serious one. People were genuinely worried and pouring their hearts out trying to help him. When I confronted him, he laughed it off, saying he was just bored and admitted he's done it many times. I snapped. I've been through abuse myself, so hearing him casually exploit such serious topics for attention felt like a slap in the face. I broke up with him on the spot, but it was just such an impulsive decision. Oh my god, what? I did not expect this. Now he's spamming me with apologies, saying he was just trying to be creative and didn't want to hurt me. Did I really overreact? And then we've got a photo of like the views here, the upvotes. Oh my lord, wow, 23 million views. How many has he posted? And then we've got text from him. Babe, please answer me. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I was just messing around. It was just creativity, nothing else. Can you please talk to me? Please, I swear I didn't think it would affect you like this. I feel so f***ing stupid. Please don't leave me over this. I get why you're upset, but breaking up over this? Oh my god, he's sending so many. I'm not reading all of these out. This man, this is okay, straight away. This is a toxic man. Okay, I know he's only 19, but it's very, very intense and toxic. The fact he's lying about stuff that you've been through, like, I don't even know. You know, if you might have opened up to your boyfriend about certain things you've been through, how do you know that he's not kind of, you know, putting that into some stories on Reddit, like kind of using your story without you don't know if he's like taking things. This just makes the situation so much darker. And also it's a little bit like a lack of empathy, the fact he can make up like abuse stories, etc., just because he wants the validation from other people that he doesn't even know. That's almost like an insecure thing that he's trying to fill a void of like attention that he wants. But also it's like a lack of empathy thing with like, he doesn't realize how serious these things are. And obviously like, you've been through abuse, like that is something that really molds you as a person. And this says to me that he doesn't really take that sort of thing that serious, and he kind of just uses it to get like, you know, a little bit of views or whatever. Breaking up with him on the spot, obviously it is impulsive, but if you felt like in the moment that was valid and you felt like that was the right decision, then, you know, then you're not overreacting. I think the more you sit on this, the more you're gonna realize how dark this actually is, and if this is really the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. If it was me, like if I found this out, I would be really kind of worried, and I would start questioning everything, and I would think, is this really the person that I think it is? Because the fact he's kept it secret, like if you knew that he posted on Reddit but you just didn't know he posted like these really deep ones, then you could probably kind of talk to him a little bit more about it. But like, what else is he hiding from you? You know what I mean? Like, you just casually found this. What has he got? What else has he got on his foot? This is like really actually bad in my opinion. Also, what happens if I've read out a story that is like a bad story that was actually written by him and made up by him? The bastard. So I don't actually think you are overreacting. It's like, this is obviously really deep. I wonder if this is like finding out your boyfriend has like a secret Twitter account where he has like a footballer, it's like his profile picture, and he's called like, I don't know, like Sexy Salah, and he like posts like the worst tweets known to man about women, etc. You're just finding out like elements of their personality that you just don't agree with, and I feel like it's actually a good thing that you found this, because it's almost like you've ripped the bandage off straight away. Because imagine you'd spent, you know, years with this person and they'd continue to do this, and you found out once you'd had a child together, then it's really, really bad. But I'm glad you found this out just 2 years down the line. Am I overreacting for blocking him after he sent me an unsolicited dick pic? Why do men do this? We've been talking for a while, and this went down as we were sending each other memes and reels on Instagram. It was a nice talking stage, but he dropped random bombs mid-convo sometimes, randomly saying things like, I'm in love with you, and I don't know what to do if I ever lost you, like 2 weeks in. Okay, this guy's a love bomber. Okay. Very intense from the start. To be honest, I thought his personality otherwise was dope, so I didn't cut it off immediately after hearing that. Should preface that we hadn't met each other yet at this point, but had discussed specific deal breakers, one of mine being unsolicited nude pics. So, to the screenshots, we were trying to out-funny each other with the memes in our arsenal. This is so cute so far. Just for fun. Then he did that. Then I blocked him after seeing he didn't care. Felt like he was challenging me to uphold my deal breaker or something, as if he thought I actually wouldn't go through with it. Odd. This is a blockable offence, right? I'm not overreacting, especially since I clearly specified beforehand that being sent unsolicited nude pics randomly is a massive no for me. Okay, and then we've got the transcript of text messages. So we've got like the photo, which I imagine is the unsolicited picture. You ain't read shit. I don't give a f. What the f? It's not even funny. Why would you send that? Did I say it's funny? Did you respect me that little? What do you even mean? Is that you in the pic? Yes. I ask again, why would you send that to me? Because it's funny? You thought I'd send a meme, and I didn't. You just said, did I say it was funny? Laughing my arse off. What are you gonna do about it? Blockbuster? Yeah, I don't f with this. I tell you what you're gonna do with it. I tell you. Block. That's what you're gonna do. This is over, right? We were sending memes. We were building up a rapport. I looked past the love bombing, but I had one rule. One rule I give you. Don't send us a picture of your little ween. And what did you do? You sent a picture of the little ween. Your penis. It's honestly one thing that I'll never understand, especially when you know better as an adult. Okay? Why? Do you send a picture of your penis unsolicited? Like, what do you want from that? Genuinely, as a guy, what are you expecting the person who receives that photo to say? Whether they're a woman, whether a man, whoever they are. Are you expecting them to be like, puh, nice cock? Are you looking for a compliment? Yes, I know you've got a penis. Okay, going into this conversation, I knew you had one. And it's also, like, penises, right? They're not pretty. They're not like, there's not as obviously I haven't seen many, but you know, they're not like a thing where you can kind of be like, you know what, that's a really good looking one. Like, they're ugly. Nobody's ever gonna look at it and be attracted just to a penis. Like, I can't imagine if you only saw people's things, you can be attracted to that person. You can't. It just doesn't work. Like, you become attracted to their face, their personality, their aura, whatever it is you like about them. And then you're like, okay, they've also got this downstairs. Okay, that works for me. Let's just, you know, let's do it. But it's never the other way around. It's never backwards. Okay? It's just so weird. I don't understand why they do it. It's the same with girls. Like, if girls just randomly just sent you a picture of just the, you know, the foof, I'd be like, what are you doing? Like, what do you want me to? Oh, nice, right? That it all works well together. It's just not like, they're not things that you should just send photos of. Okay, it doesn't matter which one you've got. Okay, neither are gonna make somebody more attracted to you. To be fair, I wish 10-year-old me could have took the same advice as I'm saying now, and I would have, you know, saved myself a lot of trauma. If you did enjoy this video and you want to watch my previous video on am I overreacting, genuinely the ones in this are wild, or watch another video from me right here, guys. Okay, there we go. Right, thank you very much, donuts. I appreciate you watching this. These are my favorite videos to record. This was class.
Kirkham, baby.